Now we are in the Assyrian Confederation of Europe's head office in Brussels for the Youth Leadership Academy, and we're here with Aradan from, what country are you from?
I'm from Finland.
Where in Finland?
I'm from Oulu, from one of the most north cities in Finland.
My name is Biblina and I live in Eskilstuna, Sweden.
My name is Larissa Albasi and I'm from the Netherlands.
My name is Nahran Yonan and I am born and raised in Denmark.
My name is Fanar and I come from Sweden, Jönköping, the city of Jönköping.
My name is Marta and I'm from Jönköping. My name is Ornina Zaytoun and I'm from Gothenburg, Sweden.
My name is Sarah and I live in Uppsala in Sweden.
My name is Ninos Hermes. Originally I come from Hasaka, Syria, and I am currently living and studying in Munich, Germany.
My name is Jennifer. I'm originally from Jönköping, but right now I'm living in Stockholm.
My name is Salam Ibrahim and I'm from Stockholm, Sweden.
My name is Sharat and I live in Stockholm in Sweden.
My name is Charles Joseph. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Sweden.
Okay, what are you doing here at the ACE Leadership Academy?
I came here to meet other Assyrian youth that are interested to build an Assyrian, a stronger Assyrian community, and that we can make a good place for us to live, and so we can live in our culture, use our language, and just do a better future for us and for the future generations.
So this is day 3, and what are your opinions on the past days and what we've done?
We have been to European Parliament and we have talked to European Parliament members, and they told us about Europe, and then we have also had assignments with the other Assyrians. We have talked about unity, we have talked about organizations, and all of this has been building a picture how to build a better future for us, and all of this all is part of us building a better place for us.
What are your expectations to bring home with you so that you can use in your future?
I came to here mostly learn. I live in a place where we have not so many Assyrians, and most of the Assyrians there are not interested into building a better place for us. Most of the youth, they do speak Assyrian, but they don't know much about their history, and they don't know a lot of things we have encountered, and they are very much, I want to say, stuck. And I'm one of the few Assyrians there that like to speak about this stuff, and I came here to learn and to speak with other people that have the same mindset, but also to like see what others think. Like example, the ones that live in Sweden have different type of mindset than me. So it's always better to learn from others and to get their opinion.
And what are you doing? Like, why did you come to the ACE Youth Academy?
I wanted to find like-minded people. I wanted to find people who were in my age, who cared about the same things as I did. So I can clearly say that I came here and I'm not disappointed. Yeah, that was the main reason to come here. I wanted to learn things. I wanted to see different things and see how the Assyrian Federation of Europe is working, and yeah, what we can do today.
And what are your opinions on the past few days and what we've done?
They've been challenging, but very fulfilling. I felt that I've been putting myself out there that I would necessarily not do, presenting the second day and walking a lot, so I'm exhausted. Yeah, but it's been really fulfilling and also wholesome. Just coming here, it's almost like a full circle type of moment where you feel like you're doing something that is that has purpose.
And what do you think you can bring with you and use in your daily life back home, and what you can do for the Assyrian cause from here?
I think this has changed me on a personal level even more. Growing up when I was younger, you've been very confused, you've been sometimes hateful of your own people and all, but I've finally come to understand what it means, and I also would like to be able to help out in small parts to see where we can take it from there, build upon what we've learned here. So I hope that I can go back to Eskilstuna and teach people, teach everybody around me that we're actually going somewhere and that we can do well together if we want to.
What are you doing here? Why did you come to the ACE Youth Leadership Program?
Well, my family has been really involved in the Assyrian society in the Netherlands, and when my sister saw the call for youth, for the Youth Academy, she was like, "Oh, you should really try it out." So I discussed it with my parents, and then I figured it would be nice to see other Assyrian people from my age and connect with them, and also talk about politics and how we are as a nation and as an ethnicity.
What are your thoughts on the days that have passed?
It was really interesting, and I've had a lot of fun. We did a lot of things like talk about politics as well, and our ideas about how we could be more united. We also talked about differences, so we expressed the fact that we are all different, we are raised differently, we have integrated into our new countries, like the Western countries, but also that we are raised differently depending on our home country, like for example Syria or Iraq. But the beauty is that we still, even though we have those differences, we find things in common, and that the most common thing is that we have a love for our being, for being Assyrian, and we want to keep that and keep it like also for the next generations that come after us.
And what do you think you will bring with you home to the Netherlands that you can use in your daily life for the Assyrian cause?
Well, a lot of insight, so a lot of new information that I can share with the people at home, but also this inspired me a lot today, so I was also thinking about doing something with education, because I am from the educational part, I'm a teacher, and I think that it's important for people to know our history. so I might pick that up.
And why did you come to the ACE Youth Leadership Academy?
I came to the AC Youth Academy because I am interested in the Assyrian nation. I am active in the Assyrian nation. I would like to see other people, youth people, who has the same interest as me.
What have you thought about the days that have passed and this day?
It's been really nice, hard, and it's been nice for seeing all these people have the same passion, the energy, looking to do something for a serious future, working together even though we have a different perspective.
And what do you think you will bring home with you to Denmark that you can use in your life or your daily life for the Assyrian cause?
There is a lot of stuff that we learned here today, especially on how to organize an association, an organization. I would definitely take that with me to try and work with that in our Assyrian organizations and associations in Denmark. Try to learn what I have learned to other people, that they should do the same and try to be better for understanding our nation.
Are you active in any organization in Denmark?
I'm active in Assyrian Inwe Association, established since '86.
Why did you come to the ACE Youth program?
It's a good opportunity to exchange ideas, to come here and see what other activists and other people, other young Assyrians are doing. The topic of the whole thing has been an interesting thing to sit and listen and exchange ideas. And this is something important to do. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the days that have passed and the activities we've done, the discussions we've had?
It has been a very, I think, important discussions, something that we sometimes know about, but don't think about in a deep level. So these things has been helpful to see another perspective of the whole thing. So I think it has been a good thing being a part of this. Yeah.
What do you think you will bring home with you that you can use in your fight for the Assyrian cause?
There is many things to bring from here in your personal life, not only, to work politically or to work, these things should be part of your life, how to organize things, how to work forward just for your individual self, or if you're working for an Assyrian organization or any type of other democratic organization. So there is a lot to bring from here.
Why did you come to the youth program here in Belgium?
I think, as the most people have said, is to exchange ideas, get to know more Assyrians, and see new perspective on how to handle the different Assyrian questions that we have today.
And what are your opinions on the days that have passed and what we've done?
It's been really interesting, and we've learned very much during the lectures and also during our different discussions. And I think this is a really good event, and that they should do every year.
What do you think you will bring home with you to Jönköping that you can use for your personal life or for that Syrian cause?
The knowledge I've gained here, and I also think that we will keep in touch, everyone we're here, and also a new fire, I think.
Why did you decide to come to the ACE Youth Academy?
Well, it was a good opportunity to discuss and exchange experience with many like-minded young Assyrian from different countries of Europe. It was the first of a kind in Europe, so I thought about taking advantage of this opportunity.
What do you think, what have you taken with you from these past days? What has been the best part?
Well, there are many interesting lectures. Many lectures have a vision for the future. This is what we lack in many Assyrian initiatives. This is what we lack in many Assyrian organizations. So we need to reorganize and rethink about the way we are working in our Assyrian organizations and have visions and plans for the future. So this is the most important thing, besides knowing new interesting people from all over Europe.
And you're active in an Assyrian organization in Germany, right? Which one?
I am a board member in the Bavarian chapter of the Assyrian Youth Federation of Central Europe in Bavaria. Yes, I am the vice president of the Bavarian chapter.
Do you think you've learned something these past days that you can bring with you and apply to your work in the organization there?
Well, of course, absolutely. It is the main thing that I learned today is that we have to organize ourselves, that we have to work on our internal structures, because the foundations of every organization are the most important things in order to have a brighter future and in order to reach all of your goals in the organization you are involved in.
Why did you come to this youth academy?
I was really curious to see what it's about and meet other Assyrians from around Europe and get to know new people and learn more about my heritage.
What are your opinions on the past days and the discussions we've had?
I've been learning so much and get to know new people, amazing people actually, from around Europe. I mean, it's been such a great experience until now, and we still have a few days to go, and I just don't want it to end, actually.
What has been your favorite part?
My favorite part was actually yesterday in the museum. We went around and discussed what we saw, but there's a few of them. I mean, it's hard to pick something. Everything has been really fun until now, actually. Yeah.
And what do you think you will bring home with you to Gothenburg that you can use in your day-to-day life or in the Assyrian cause?
I got new friends. I hope we still have the connection together. And I have learned so much new things about my heritage that I didn't know before. And just keep working on learning more about our heritage and don't forget about it and still work on it.
You've been participating in the ACE Youth Academy. Why did you decide to come here?
I decided to come here because I wanted to meet like-minded Assyrians, especially the young ones. We were all young ones here gathering. I think it's really important to see abroad of like Stockholm or my area in Stockholm or Sweden in general. So I think it's really rewarding to see that we are actually a bigger movement than what I expected.
And what do you think has been the best part of these past days? What have you learned?
I've learned that the simple things are actually the best beginning to greater things. It's like the snowball effect. So you actually only have to take small steps to make a change, and you can take it in your pace. You can take it in your way. You can do it in your way, and it still has an impact. So I think it's an eye opener in that way. That I actually don't. It's not as much effort than you think in the beginning. Just take one step and see where it leads.
And how do you think this academy will affect your day-to-day life in Stockholm?
I think I'm going to be more aware of our questions and our cause, because it's like with my work. Also, I have a broad network with my work, so maybe I will try to integrate and implement that into my daily life, because I'm always at work like everyone else. So I'm still there every day, like 8 hours a day. So if I can do something within that, that would be worth it.
Do you study or do you?
Yes, I study law at Uppsala University.
Why did you come to this youth academy?
Well, I've never really been active in the Assyrian questions before, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to learn more about it, and maybe like that would be the start to start being active in the question. So yeah, that's why I came.
So you do want to get more engaged in the Assyrian cause?
Yeah, especially after these two and a half days now. It's been really inspiring, and I would love to be more active. There's not a lot of organizations in Uppsala, but maybe in Stockholm or Gothenburg.
What has been your favorite part these past few days?
Well, until now, I think today the lectures, because the 2 first days I didn't feel like I learned so much about. It was more what we thought, but now I've learned more from the people who've been working as activists for a long time. So.
What do you think you will bring home with you to Uppsala that you can use in your day-to-day personal life or in the future Assyrian cause?
Maybe that I should be less individualistic and start to think more as a collective, because I feel like maybe I've been doing that as well, like doing that wrong in my life, thinking more about me, how should I succeed in my life, and maybe I should start more think about how we should succeed as a collective.
Why did you come here for this days in Brussels?
I came because the name was Leadership Academy, and I really liked the idea of like training us and becoming good leaders, and I really want to learn more about how we as a society have to work on our issues today.
So we've had 3 days with different lectures talking about the Assyrian diaspora, but also about the situation in the homeland. Is there anything specific that you've really learned and that you will take with you back home to Sweden?
I really liked the lecture yesterday with Afram when we were discussing all of our things that have been obstacles to us and what we can do to get deal with them. And I really like that we're analyzing these things in a way that I'm not used to doing with my friends and with my friends back home. We're digging deeper and understanding more. And when we do that, it gets easier to solve the problems when we have a basic knowledge of what the base of the issues are.
And there are a lot of young people here, a lot of them maybe the same age as you. Do you think you will still keep contact with these people after you leave?
Definitely. Everyone from Sweden, we live close to each other, so that would be amazing. And everyone's been so nice, so I definitely think we will keep in touch.
Do you have any tips, or would you recommend other Assyrian or young Assyrians coming here for the upcoming years?
Definitely, it was amazing, and I would love to come back and learn more things. So yeah, definitely.
We just had a lecture together with Athia. Is there anything specific that you think she talked about that you will take with you, or something you learned from her lecture?
I really liked her idea of that we should all follow our own passions in life and use them for the Assyrian cause. I often discuss that with my family, and I think it's really important for us to light that fire within our Assyrian society, because we can't all walk the same path towards our goal. We have to find our own paths towards a goal we have together. But to do that, we have to do some things we like and things we are passionate about. So yeah.
So what would that thing be for you? What are you passionate about, and how would you use that passion to create something for in the Assyrian name?
For me, I'm really interested in societal structures and psychological theories. So I would really like to dig deeper in how we have been affected and like the consequences of things that have happened to us in history. Honestly.
So talking with you these couple of days, I know that you yourself, you're active in an association in Sweden. Could you tell us a little bit about that, about how you're active in a position in Sweden and what you have learned from there and that we can use?
Yeah, I'm the chairman of my student union in my school. I go the last year in gymnasiet, it's kind of like high school. And what I can take with me from that is that I'm learning leadership in a really like concrete environment, and I'm learning really like basic organizational structures that I will later be able to use in Assyrian organizations, which is I think is a really good perk. So yeah, I would really recommend other Assyrian youth to do the same thing, because we can learn so much from the societies around us that we can use for the Assyrian cause.
I totally agree, and I think that just being active in an association teaches you so much about like bylaws and funding and how just to raise or how to like start the basis of a foundation. So thank you very much for this talk, and enjoy the rest couple of hours.
You have come to ACE's Youth Academy, and tell us about why you came here.
Why? Because it's a chance to meet other people from different countries and to talk about the important things about if you want to be active in some Assyrian organizations, how you can be that, and just to exchange like thoughts and experience that you have from earlier.
And what do you think has been the best part so far?
The best part has absolutely been to have met new people from different countries, because it's a new contact, and it's been a great group. And also, of course, just to talk about like how you can go further on if you want to become active in some organizations, how you can do your planning to be active.
And what do you think you will bring with you towards your day in or your life in Stockholm? How will this affect you?
I've definitely been learning about how you can do when you're lobbying, and also how you can reach out to other people in the country you live in, and also how important it is just to have the right contacts.
Hello and welcome to Assyria TV's only flying reporter, Biblin Al-Taji. I am from Sweden, and I am here with Kara Hermes, a board member of the Assyrian Confederation of EU. I want to ask you, what did you think about the event in Brussels?
Yeah, so I've been doing this for a while now, and what I've noticed during this event is that this group is actually exceptional in a matter of, if you look at the different views, knowledge and perspectives. So it was really good to get the whole spectra of the Assyrian youth and the way they think.
That sounds really interesting. So what were the presentations about?
So I did 2 presentations. One of them was about lobbying and activism and how to be active in the daily life, but also about the other one was actually about the concept of power. And since there are different dimensions of power in the society, in the politics, and so on.
You say that the group was exceptional. How was the response?
The response was, I would say, positive. So what we actually did was that we tackled the insecurities that the Assyrian youth actually have regarding how to be active and like the feeling of hopelessness. So the response was actually very reflective and very positive actually, which yeah, so I'm really happy for that.
That sounds amazing. Atiya Gamri, who is the head of the Confederation, was present amongst many other women. ACE has proved itself to be attractive to women. Why do you believe it is that way?
My answer to that question would actually be that ACE is a transparent organization that gives space and a platform for both the genders. So, and that is actually crucial for organizations like this to succeed. So that would be my answer, yeah.
Thank you for having this flying interview with me.
It's been a journey.
How did you first encounter the Assyrian Confederation of Europe?
I was actually in talk with Kara, who is one of the persons involved in ACE, and she presented the association for me and their work. And she told me what they do, and she told me about this trip we've been on to.
What did you think about this trip, the presentations?
I think the trip was really nice. It was very well organized. I think the lectures were really interesting. We talked a lot about the problems Assyrians are facing today. And I think, all in all, I think it was a really fun trip.
What was the most rewarding aspect of this trip and this entire experience?
I think the most rewarding thing about this experience was networking with other Assyrians. That's the main reason I decided to go on this trip, to find like-minded Assyrians and exchange ideas. So absolutely, that was the most fun. I've met some great people, which I think I will still keep in touch with after this trip.
You might have already answered this question, but what will you take away from this?
I think, like, beside all of the new connections I've made, I think I will take away a more optimistic mindset about the Assyrian situation, because even though we're facing a lot of issues, I still think there's a lot of hope, and especially after talking to all of the young Assyrians, I feel like a lot of them are engaged to raise awareness about the Assyrian question and about the situation in the homeland.
That is very inspiring. Thank you for having this flying interview with me.
Thank you for a great interview.